Hi guys, welcome to the boys. The boys are back. It's all killer. Oh man.
Yeah.
We was trying to say about how long it had been. It's at least a year, I think, since we've done the last
been that long.
all killer. It must have been, I reckon. Must have been even longer. I don't know. But some people might not know about this show, like who subscribed after our last episode, may not have gone back. This is, just to let those people know, without a doubt, this is not me, it's not me just saying it because it's us, but this is the best YouTube show you'll ever fucking see.
Yep.
Yes.
That's a fact.
It's a fact.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's funny, it's frustrating, it's fucking brilliant, and it's a great way to find new music.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So if anyone doesn't know the rules of All Killer, and there probably will be a few, this is All Killer No Filler 2023. We've gone all the way from, well, we've done a 70s one, didn't we?
You did, yeah.
Point. But this has gone year by year from 1980, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. We've done it. Yep. We've done it all the way through, and now we're at 2023. I think we've taken so long to get around to this one because we were scared it was going to end. It's that fucking good. Yeah.
This is by popular request that we brought this back.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, in fact, yes. Well, someone actually said you should carry on doing it, and so obviously,
one person said you have got to do the 2023.
Yes, and just to let everyone know, it's us three. The most handsome people, the most handsome iridiots are doing this. We have from the beginning, easily. I might add, easily the most handsome. Yeah. And there's a few rules to this. Jam made these rules up to this brilliant show. And the rules are, it's all from the same year. The music has to be from the same year. Now, like I said, we're at 2023. We can't have multiple tracks or songs from the same album. And the worst thing, or the best thing, I suppose you could say, that makes it really interesting, is a track listing has to match the track listing of the actual records or whatever track list it goes from these days. Records. Showing me age there. Anyway. So, yeah, very cool. And it's a lot more difficult than you think. Anyone's watching it for the first time. Oh, mind you, the most difficult thing about my list this time was what I had to leave off. It's not like trying to find tracks. It's what I left off. But I've got to say, my list is fucking brilliant as normal. But half of my tracks, 6 of them, are my favourite tracks from them albums. So I managed to.
That's good.
So I managed to talk about my favourite tracks from the albums. So that's about the rules, isn't it? Have I missed anything?
No, don't so.
Don't think so.
Cool. So we go around the houses. Obviously, Dom's going to go first. Well, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
It is Dom. It is Dom. But yeah,
it is right. Good, because we're the odd year. We can't. I couldn't remember who was. We do odds and evens, didn't we? So
I think so. I think Dom's odd.
And I'm odd.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. That's cool. So we go round the houses. Track 1 to track 12. Perfect. That's the rules. Dom.
Okay.
We've missed this, man. We've missed this. Give us track 1.
This is like old times. It's like a school reunion. Yeah.
Did we start in lockdown? Okay. I can't remember. I mean, it was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, ish. Yeah.
But around
exactly,
but...
And I must urge. So before Dom starts off with his brilliant list, I must urge everyone. If you enjoy this one, there's some fucking great episodes of this, and they are fun, whether you're just turning it on when you're cooking your dinner or whatever, or in your car. It's a real laugh. So just
obviously 1986 is the best one, isn't it?
1986 was the best one musically. I don't know about how much fun it was. I can't remember that back. But
wasn't 86 the one where me and Jam matched like 6 songs?
Probably.
And I was like, "Can I redo this?"
Not really. But 2023. I mean, man, I've got to say, since 2021 probably onwards have been some fantastic years in music. So,
well, that's when you started doing reviews.
Yeah, when I started listening to so much of it. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. John, what you got for track one, mate?
Yes. Okay. Track one, we're starting with First Signal is the band. And the track is Unbreakable from their 5th album, Face Your Fears. This is Harry Hess, the singer from Harem Scarum, his side project. I think it's mostly Italians in the band, which happens a lot with certain label. But this is quite good, you know. I would say it's kind of a heavier Harem Scarum. You know, Harem Scarum do rock, but you know they are a little bit more on the AOR side, where this is a bit crunchier. Guitars are up front more. But yeah, quality songwriting. This one has, you know, obviously a great chorus, being the opener of the album. Yeah, it's hard to believe they have 5 albums, but yeah, First Signal. There you go.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool. Good one. I like First Signal. Very cool. Yep. Thanks, mate. Jan, what's your number one, mate?
Number one is a new band. Well, a band we've definitely not talked about before, I don't think. I don't know much about it, to be honest. I only really probably like this song, actually, but it's a band called the Dust Coda from London, I believe. And it's just one I've heard of Planet Rock, and it's obviously the first track on the album. The album's called Loco Paradise, and the song is Road to Hell. It's just an upbeat rocker. I have heard some of the other songs I'm not quite so keen on. You know, I have listened to the album probably once or twice, but definitely this is probably my favourite song on it. But they're British band, and I'm sure they play festivals. You've probably seen them. I don't know if they played at Made of Stone or not, but they're the sort of band that would do. Don't think they played Stone Dead, but it would certainly be the sort of band who would play there. But yeah, the Dust Coda with Road to Hell.
Thanks, mate. I have seen them live, but not at a festival. Yeah, not at a festival. I saw them with Doomsday Outlaw. They're the band they were supporting. Doomsday Outlaw supported Dust Coda, a very small pub in Plymouth, half hour away. Loved Doomsday Outlaw, and that night I was there to see them. I've watched a few Dust Coda songs. They were okay, but I was just all up for Doomsday Outlaw that night. But a lot of people were there to see that band. So yeah, thanks, mate. Cheers for that. Nice British band as well. That's what we like. But I'm not going British. I suppose this is the country of music that we probably cover the most, which is the most music
on my list. Yes.
So this is from Sweden. My track one is the amazing Sorcerer, and the song Morning Star, which it's an opener that's just so epic. It's 6 minutes and 34 seconds long. It's off the Reign of the Reaper album, their 4th album. They're a Swedish doom metal band with sort of almost not metal influence, more. There's doom elements, of course, but definitely metal.
So much more than that. There's so much more.
Man, what a band! Epic, heavy, monstrous track. Really, it's such an epic track. The chorus is amazing. This is a favourite of the album for me. By the way, it was a single. They're almost like a Sabbath, sort of Tony Martin era Sabbath.
That's what I was going to say after you were done. I was going to say the best comparison I could think of is Headless Cross era. Yeah.
Amazing song, amazing band. Bit of evil this song as well. Very evil sounding song. If there was, it's a summon the devil song. This one, amazing stuff. Yeah, one of my favourite bands at the moment. So Sorcerer, Morning Star is my track one.
Cool.
Track two, Dom.
It's tricky when you say doom or stoner or something, because so many bands of that era or of that genre, they don't really have the songs to back it up. So I hate using those two terms because it can just be fuzz for like 10 minutes or whatever.
Agreed.
But Sorcerer, man, fantastic. I wish they were much more popular. So maybe since you've mentioned it, maybe they'll go to the stratosphere now.
You never know, mate. You never know.
With all the millions of views we're going to get, then it'll probably break them out, won't it? So
all right, my number two is a band called Axon Star. They are Swedish.
Mm.
The album name of the album is Chapter 8, which you would assume is their 8th album, and it is.
Oh.
Oh.
I thought you were going to throw us then, but no.
Yeah, see, I got to keep you on your toes. Yeah, 8 albums from Axenstar.
Wow.
Amazing. Song is Through the Fire and Brimstone. This is classic metal. I would say it is possibly a more melodic Hammerfall, if that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's Hammerfall-ish, which is obviously just classic metal, but maybe a bit more catchy, choruses and things. But yeah, great band. This was the first one that I heard, which is amazing after 8 albums. But yeah, Axenstar, great band. Chapter 8 is the album.
Cheers, mate. I hope you've gone and checked all their other 7 albums out.
I haven't.
It's hard work, mate. It's
always in the back there, yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant, mate. I haven't heard of them, so great. Thanks, mate.
Right.
No, never heard of them. Brilliant. Number 2, okay. What you got in, mate? Number 2?
I'm going very, very much more mainstream. I'm going Foo Fighters with the return of their album after Taylor's death, but here we are, and the song is Under You, which is a dedication to Taylor Hawkins. And you would have thought with a song about him, you would have thought it would be a sad song. Well, it is a sad song, but you thought it'd be sort of downbeat ballad. It's not. It's an upbeat, happy song, just remembering him, and it's just, it's hard to listen to actually. Sometimes, I can't play it because it does, put a tear in your eye and stuff like that. And but yeah. Under You is track 2, and it's a very, very, very good song, and slightly emotional. You have to be in the mood to listen to it. I can't play it too much, but great song.
Oh wow,
nice, thanks, mate.
A rare emotional bit from Jam here.
I would say, during all this series, he's been pretty emotionless, wouldn't you, Don? So that's the first time.
I know.
Winding you up.
And Foo Fighters of all bands bringing a tear to his eye.
Yeah. I mean, I went to see him, didn't I? And I suppose the most emotional bit was, when it's Taylor Hawkins' son played the drums. So I can't remember what song it was. But obviously that was an emotional part. It was only like a year and a bit after he passed. So
it's like Close My Eyes Forever. I love that song with Lita Ford and Ozzy, but I struggle to listen to it. at the moment. It's
I've got a few songs like that I struggle to listen to for different reasons, but yeah. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Okay, so my track 2, I'm going to Sweden again. So the brilliant, and I know Dom's checked this band out, which is great. He likes this band. Soraya Sign.
Oh yeah.
Blood from Stone is the track from the Lions Road album, which is their 2nd album. Now the better way I could describe this, and they describe themselves as a cinematic rock metal band. But I suppose that's quite fair. They really remind me mainly of the Alan Londe projects, stuff like that. It's a
good shout,
yeah, very cool. So it's a concept album, and all their albums they follow on from the story of the world of Soraya. I've interviewed these guys, as you know, so they're a fantastic bunch of guys as well. This is of course my favorite song on the album as well, the 2nd song. I love this one. Chorus stands out because it's quite a heavy song, but it's very catchy and so sort of like melancholy the way the vocals are on that chorus. Really groovy riffs as well. Peter Lendin, I think his name was the guitarist that they got on this album. Was a new guitarist, and he just added a different flavour to the band. But if you haven't heard Soraya Sign, they've got a new album coming out this year as well. The 3rd instalment, if you like. And I've heard it. It's amazing. It's just as good, which is mental because they are so good. So Soraya Sign, Blood from Stone.
Cool.
Okay.
They are great, yeah. I keep forgetting they're Swedish. For some reason, I don't put them and Sweden together. I guess because my idea of Sweden is usually more the sleazy, type of thing.
Yeah. Definitely.
Once again, Sweden comes on top.
They do. Track 3, mate.
Track 3, mine's from Sweden as well.
Yeah.
This is Screamer, and the song is The Traveler from the album Kingmaker, which is their 5th album, believe it or not. Again, this is kind of a classic 80s metal sound. I would compare it to maybe Dokken or Scorpions type. Vocals are very kind of Jeff Scott Soto, like his range reminds me of that.
Nice.
His tone reminds me of that. But yeah, just a great band altogether. Don't know what else to say. They're just a really all around great kind of classic 80s metal band. Yeah.
I thought when you said Screamer, I think there might be a couple of bands called Screamer. I'm not sure because I think I covered a band called Screamer this year, but it doesn't sound like the same band because you're describing them. But it wouldn't surprise me if there's a couple of bands called Screamer. It sounds like a popular sort of name. But
well, yeah, I mean the name suggests something a bit more on the heavier side, like a Painkiller type priest-ish thing, but
yeah, definitely.
No, they're more, I mean, they rock, don't get me wrong, I mean, Scorpions rock, Dokken rock, but it's just kind of that classic 80s terrific metal.
I'm glad you're bringing the new bands to the show again, mate, as you always do. Like surprise bands.
I mean, it was kind of my, there was so much to choose from that I went for names that maybe aren't mentioned too much, not only on this channel, but just in general. Of stuff that I really enjoyed. So Screamer, go check them out.
Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Track 3, Jam. What you got?
Yeah, I'm just thinking you've got a lot of Swedish stuff. I'm just counting my numbers. I've got 7 British bands on my 12, which is pretty good. Yes, that's pretty good. I have got a Swedish one that will come up later. You can probably guess who it's going to be. But yeah, number 3 is Green Lung.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
British band. Yeah. Well, it's going back to what we were talking about. Sort of, are they sludge stoner? Are they sort of prog metal? I don't know. They're everything, aren't they? Really?
Probably.
But I've gone with Mountain Throne from This Heathen Land. Great song. It is, I could say, it probably is a little bit proggy. It's a bit different, and I mean, yeah, they're a band that I really like. Actually, I saw them at Bloodstock in 2023, I think it was, and very good live, and a bit different, and they're British, and they're definitely they sound British, you know what I mean? They've got like the Jethro Tull, you can tell they're British. They've got that Britishness about them, but very good, very quite heavy in places, but very accessible as well.
I've got that album as well. I quite like it.
Yeah, I have as well. Very 70s sound.
It's got that 70s sound, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, very good. You can imagine them coming out around the Sabbath time, couldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
No, very cool. Cheers, mate. My track 3 is a debut album from Martin Simpson's Destroyer of Death. Yeah, look, what a mouthful that is. And the debut album, Eternal Rain. This is a Christian.
But it's Christian. That's what is hilarious.
Destroyer of Death. Yeah, exactly. Because you'll be reborn, I suppose.
Exactly.
You're not actually dead. So this is a melodic metal band. Martin Simpson is like an American bass player. He's a bass player, but he's a songwriter. And he's one of these. I love it. It's another great story of he's this day and age. You can get your album produced if it's good enough, you know what I mean, and you can get it available, and you can hire people that are amazing as well if you find the money somehow. So I know there was some GoFundMe's and stuff he done for this. So he actually managed to get a brilliant guitarist by the name of CJ Grimmark from a band called Narnia, which are another Christian metal band. And the amazing Rob Rock on the vocals for this album. Rob Rock is just one of the best vocalists out there. But on this actual track, which is the only track on the album, there's 2 versions of it on the album actually. Jorn Londe on this. And this is actually one of my favourite Jorn tracks he's ever been on. This track is amazing. It's my favourite track from the album as well. It's just pure class, this song. And this is another one that shocked me when I heard this. It got sent to me. I was like, man, getting hold of Jorn Londe as well for a track, and it to be this good. Jorn sounds amazing. One of the best tracks I've ever heard in my life. Absolutely amazing. Martin Simpson's Destroyer of Death, master of all. You're the master of all.
Have you noticed all of his pictures? He always has one side of his face. He must like that. It's always, I think, the left side.
Oh yeah.
All of his pictures, he's always like this.
Yeah. I think I've got a good side actually. I think this side's got that side's a lot baggier. My eye's really baggy on that side. It's quite baggy on this side, but this side extra baggy. I have to try and stretch them out. It looks better as the day goes on. In the morning, it's like, oh.
Have you ever done the hemorrhoid cream trick? Because that's supposed to be really good for bags.
I haven't done hemorrhoid cream, but on this table here, I've got this little thing that you rub this under your eyes like this, and it's meant to like get rid of your bags. It ain't fucking working, I'll tell you that. Look at my bag.
All right.
But yeah, you do that.
Well, try some Preparation H or something. I think they're supposed to shrink it like they would a hemorrhoid, you know.
Thanks, mate. I've also got me
piles.
I've got my de-aging cream there as well.
All right.
So, yeah.
Have you got a refund?
Serum. What did you say? I didn't hear.
Have you got a refund?
No, it's from Lidl, so no, definitely not.
Yeah.
But there you go. Anyway, that's my beauty. This is the beauty program we're doing today.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Beautiful.
that's my track.
We can all relate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Track 4.
Track 4. Band, I love their first album. This is their second album. Archangel, they're called. They are this is so the album's called 2, as you would imagine, Archangel 2. The name of the song is Quicksand. This features Zach Stevens, who was singer for Savatage.
Yep.
He is the singer for this. It's another kind of project band, you know, not like a working, you know, touring all the time band. This is more of a studio project. I wrote down that it's symphonic metal because there is kind of strings and things in the background. But when you say that, people kind of think of like Nightwish and shit like that. This ain't it. No, this ain't Disney metal. This is, but I do love the kind of that orchestra kind of, you know, behind the riffs and stuff. I do like that if you have a good singer that comes through. You know, it's kind of power metal, but it doesn't have the corny double bass all the time. It's crazy Blind Guardian shit. You know, it's more, you know, just classic metal. But yeah, great band, Archangel. I'm looking forward to see if they have a third album soon-ish, because it's been 2 years now, so hopefully they're doing something. I don't know if Zach Stevens, he might still tour with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra every year.
Yeah, and he touring with Savatage as well, isn't he?
Oh, is he? Oh, good.
Yeah. I think the other singer, which I really love, I can't fucking remember what's his name. John Oliver, isn't it? John
Oliver,
yeah.
I think he's too ill to tour, so Zach's.
I see retired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's it. Archangel, Archon.
Very cool. It's weird, isn't it, these days that with keyboards, especially synths and that, you can get whatever, you know. I mean, like, I'm sure that was synths on that album, not actual violins and all sorts, but you cannot tell the difference. Sometimes I hear saxophone on an album, you realise it's a keyboard, you think that sounds, you can do anything these days, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as it's not AI, it's all right. Jan, what you got, mate? Thanks for that, by the way.
We've got the return of a band that I don't think we've had for a while, actually, from America, Blackstone Cherry. From the Screaming at the Sky album. I wouldn't say, I think you've gone off them a little bit, but I don't think I've gone off them, but they certainly went more probably southern rock than hard rock, which it probably started out more like. But I think this is a bit of a return to form, but a return to the harder rocking stuff. And the song Out of Pocket was definitely really, I think you did a review of this, I think, on your... Yeah, it's a great sort of rock track. Slightly less southern rock than some of them. I mean, I'm not a big fan of southern rock, but I still like Blackstone Cherry. But this is back to a sort of a rocking track, like, you know, something like Here comes the Rain Wizard or something like that. It's definitely got that more of a feel to it. And it's their 8th album, believe it or not. I always think of Blackstone Cherry as like a newish band. I mean, they're not. I mean, I've got the Live at the Astoria album. You know what I mean? So the Astoria closed down a long time ago. So anyway, so there we go. So Blackstone Cherry, Out of Pocket, which I believe is the lead single. Was it lead single?
Yeah,
not sure.
I think so.
That's track 4 anyway, off the Screaming at the Sky album.
Weird with Blackstone Cherry. I actually thought they went less southern because I loved them when they, like at the beginning. I thought it was more like dirty, sludgy a bit, and then they've gone a bit safe in my opinion. But I got to say, they were made a Stone Festival headlining, and they were brilliant live.
Great live band. Great live band. Yeah.
They were excellent.
Seen them multiple times. Very good. Yeah.
It was very good. Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. So Sweden again. Is this like? No, the last one weren't Sweden, but this one is. I think I love this band. One of my favourite bands. So such an obvious choice, but my favourite again off the album. It's Eclipse. It's Children of the Night off of Megalomanium, which is their 9th album. Another band that seems new, but are not. This has got a mental riff, almost a Dio riff, like Ronnie James Dio solo riff. Heaviest track on the album, I think. Just amazing stuff. Eric Martinson, of course, leading this band. It's a classic metal song. Chorus is perfect. I mean, they did on this album itself. It was very experimental. I don't know if Dom's going to choose something from this album. He don't like to be too obvious, I know, but it is quite more experimental. They went in a bit of different direction, and this one even more. They've never done anything sort of classic metal, in my opinion. But this one is just pure classic.
It's one of my favorite albums of theirs, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Children of the Night, amazing song. Okay, track 5.
Track 5.
Cool. Track 5, we're going to Brazil, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Whoa.
Going to Brazil. I know.
Is it Sepultura? I can't think of anyone else.
Not Sepultura, no. This is a band called Electric Mob. And the song is Soul Stealer, and the album is To Make You Cry and Dance, which is brilliant. Now, this is their 2nd album. They are on Frontiers. This riff is it's like a dirty riff. It's the kind where it comes on, you're just like, you have to make that face, Reminds me of like Lynch Mob, Wicked Sensation type of thing, or maybe Badlands, like that kind of Jakey Lee bluesy-ish riff. Really great. The whole album is very good. They don't seem to be making this.
Singer's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah, very good. Yeah. They don't seem to be getting as much attention as some of the other bands from that label, but we're here to make a difference. So, Electric Mob, look out for them.
Yep.
Soul Stealer, which Soul Stealer even sounds like a Badlands song.
It does. Thanks, mate. Yeah, good band. Like you said, almost bluesy, but the singer's just got like an amazing voice. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Jam, what you got, mate?
Yeah, back to England again for me, and I'm going with Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. Obviously, Phil Campbell, Motorhead fame. I've actually seen this band twice this year because they played in Derby, which is quite rare for bands, but they're doing a whole Motorhead set because it was they just did a whole Motorhead set basically, which was brilliant. And then I saw them supporting Alice Cooper and Judas Priest at the O2 as well, doing their own stuff. Although they did a couple of Aussie songs because it was just after he passed, so they did some of that. But yeah, the album's called Kings of Asylum. If you haven't checked out Phil Campbell, it's the pace. It's just hard rock metal. It's the pace of Motorhead. They're just very, very good. I mean, I think the singer is the only one who isn't one of his sons. The other ones, I think, is the guitarist and the bass player are both his sons, and the drummer possibly as well. But yeah, the song's called Schizophrenia. Really fast-paced rock, hard rock, metal, whatever you would call it. Just brilliant live. I mean, yeah, and Phil Campbell obviously does a bit of chatting between the songs when you see him live, and he's got some amusing stories and stuff like that. So yeah, very underrated band, although they do get played on Planet Rock quite a lot. So they're hopefully getting a bit of juice. There you go.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, I have to say they're.
Go on. Sorry, mate. Go on.
I was just going to say they've been pretty consistent. Like they haven't made a bad record yet, as far as I'm concerned. I do have to say, I think I prefer the original singer. Not to take any away from the second singer that they've had for a few years now, but yeah, really, really consistent band.
Yeah.
I bet Phil Campbell's like, I fucking wish my son could sing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what, they can play guitar though. It's pretty good.
Yeah, very energetic band, very cool band. Thanks, mate. That's appreciated. Okay, my number 5. I'm going to Norway for this one. Black metal band. Bit of a black metal band. No, not
Black
really.
metal?
No, it's a rock band called Invasion. And a song called Acolytes. It's from their self-titled debut album. Excellent song. This is a stomping heavy rock track. They sort of almost got this like classic metal mixed with hard rock sort of feel, very 80s sounding, if you like. Another huge chorus on this one, and this band really came out of nowhere for me. This happened to a few times. I sort of think I've got my eye on all the bands. It ain't true sometimes. All of a sudden, an album just comes out. It's there.
Yeah.
And you think, where the fuck did that come from? And then you realise you've missed all the singles, and this was a great example of that. Almost come out of nowhere. And I think they've got another song coming out soon. They released another album the following year, and they've already got a song coming out this year. So they're very busy as well. Very cool band, hard rock band. Invasion, Acolytes is the song. Okay.
Are they signed to kind of a name label? Do you know?
No, I don't think so. It might be self-produced, but
okay.
I know the singers with another band that's more well known. I can't, but I can't put my finger on that. But I much prefer the singer in this band. I think he just suits his vocals. They're really good hard rocking band, really melodic as well.
Cool.
You love them. You love them. Okay, track 6. What you got them?
All right, very good. Track 6. We're going to Argentina now.
Oh,
nice.
Quite Argentinian band. Okay.
Might be.
Could be.
Might be. Yeah.
Argentinian band?
Yeah, could be. Yeah. First one?
Could be the first one.
Storm Warning? Storm Warning is the band.
Okay.
Storm Warning?
Argentinian band. This is their first album. Track is Way of the Warrior, and it's a self-titled album. This is quite a good gallop on this one. It's got that good kind of maidenish gallop. But they do have piano and a few different kind of sounding instruments in the background, and a very melodic singer. But it's not far away from a maidenish kind of maiden-esque kind of sound. Good band though, Storm Warning. I don't think they've had a second album yet. Again, they are on Frontiers. Which seems to be a dirty word for some people, but you know, me and Lee have discussed that, man. I'd rather have them around than not, because so many of these bands wouldn't have got any distribution or anything without them. So good for them. Storm Warning, all one word.
I think you threw me because I didn't think they were Argentinian, but I think I know what you mean now. Is it on the cover? They got like a car. Is there a car on the cover?
Yeah, it's kind of bright colors. Yeah,
really bright colors. I think a guy called Ramondo is the singer because he's brought out an album this year on his solo album. Sergio Ramondo, I think his name is. So you like that as well. It's a bit more melodic. I think that's the same band I'm thinking of. But yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Okay, Jan, what you got, mate? Number 6.
Okay, halfway point. I'm going to Sweden now, as predicted or mentioned earlier. I'm going to, it's got to be Catatonia, isn't it, from this year. The album is Sky Border Stars. I'm going for the song Author, which is track 6. Great band, Catatonia. It's a 12th album, believe it or not. Once again, you sort of think of them as a newish band, but 12th album. Although they're quite prolific recently. I think they've had an album nearly every year. Because, I mean, is there one, but I think there's an album out after Sky Border Stars before the one that came out this year. Anyway, great song. The song's called Author. It's not, the title is obviously, the album is Sky Border Stars, but this actually sort of sings that in the chorus of the song Author, although it's not a title track. Very good. Looking forward to seeing them, and Karen and I are going to see these in December at the Electric Ballroom, which is somewhere I've never been to before. Camden. Been to lots of venues in Camden. You've been there, have you? Yeah, I've never been. I've been to the Underworld. I've been to what's the other one? Coco. Coco.
Coco, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Been to Coco, but I've not been to the Electric Ballroom, so should look forward to that.
Cool.
Nice.
There you go.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. So my track 6 is I'm going to actually America now. Woo! We're going to American band, but they don't sound American. They don't really sound American. I've got to say that they do sound a bit British, almost like a new wave of British heavy metal influence. And it's the band Night Demon. Love this band. Yeah, great band. This is Escape from Beyond, from the Outsider album. It's their 3rd album. They actually supported Queensryche when I went to see them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at the end of last year, I think that was in Bristol. Really cool band.
It was this year.
Was it?
Yeah, because I had my hip operation, didn't I? I was going to meet you. I couldn't go.
Yeah. So this year, sorry. Yep. So great band, really cool. Yeah, they've got a real sort of authentic sort of sound to them. It's weird, but if you just put them on, you'd think they're a British band. It's a weird one, but they've obviously, they love that time in music, the early 80s, if you like. Really melodic chorus again. It almost sort of slows down, like the chorus sort of slows down. It feels like it's getting slower, but it's not. It's just absolutely amazing. Night Demon, I think they're really gaining in popularity as well. It's one of the better newer bands. So really cool band. Check them out. Okay, track 7.
Yeah, that's a good record. I like it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, track 7 is Arjen Lucassen, who has about 5 million projects. This one is Supersonic Revolution. And the song, They Took Us by Storm. The album is Golden Age of Music. This is, he does a lot of kind of prog metal or kind of symphonic metal. He's all over the place. But this one in particular is more kind of a 70s melodic rock, taking, Uriah Heep or Deep Purple or something along those lines, or early Whitesnake or any of those things. So yeah, it's a bit different from his normal kind of prog metal, but man, that's a great album. I've slowly gotten into him, because when you see his name you just think it's going to be just like twiddly, because normally it would be like some sort of like classical shredder or something when they put their name above the thing and then the band. You know what I mean? But he's not the same. He's not like that. It's about songs and it's about performance and stuff. It's not just a showcase for him to whittle.
Tobias Sammet's Avantasia would be.
Yeah, he doesn't really have to do that anymore, does he? But yeah, it's the same kind of the same thing. But so Arjen Lucassen, and the name of this project is Supersonic Revolution.
Nice, thanks, mate. That's about the 3rd or 4th one that I haven't heard of since you've been coming on, so it's great. Thanks, mate. Thank you. Jan, what you got, mate?
Yeah, going back to English again. I've got a bit of a super group, supposedly. Elegant Weapons. Now, this is Richard Faulkner from Judas Priest and Ronnie Romero from, Rainbow, amongst other things. Also, apparently, Rex Hill was in the band, but I'm not sure whether he played on the actual album or not. Apparently, that's what it said on Wikipedia, but obviously from Pantera. But the album's called Horns for a Halo, which is the name of the song I've picked as well at number 7, and it's just a typical sort of metal, as you'd expect from someone from Judas Priest. It's I guess it's sort of like Dio-esque type song, isn't it? It's just a proper heavy metal song, classic metal song, I suppose you'd call it. And the album's really good as well. I think I've seen these. Have I seen these? Not sure. I think they played a download. I'm pretty sure I've seen these as well. Pretty good.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise. They had played live. I know that because it's one of these projects that actually played live, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, very cool. Cheers, mate. My number 7 with this band is a bit like the Invasion album. It came out of nowhere. It's a debut album, and it just hit. And then as soon as I found it, I was like, man, what an amazing band! It's Streetlight, and the song's called Awake from the album Ignition. Man, I mean, they brought an album out this year, so it's 2 years after, and it's probably top 3 album this year. This album I think like when I did the ranking of the albums that year, like come at number 7 or something, because I, never heard any of it and it was sort of late on, it probably would have been even better than that. But they're like a mix of like classic AOR, like Toto especially. They've got a lot of slight prog influences there, with like Toto have. Bit of Journey, but mixed with sort of modern AOR as well. Really interesting band to listen to. Like, and they're infectious. You know, when the band just doesn't get, you don't get tired. It doesn't matter how many times you hear it. You just like, I've got to hear that again. And I've got really into this band. One of my favourite bands around at the moment. And then on this one, yeah, I'd say there's a slight bit of prog, but it's almost like 70s pomp, 80s pomp rock, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Sticks and things like that.
Yeah, it's got that feel. Just an amazing band, Streetlight. And it probably, if I was back when I started listening to like metal and that back in the 80s, if I heard this band then, maybe I wouldn't have liked it, that sort of stuff. But it's almost like I can really appreciate it now, listening to it. And they've definitely got those influences of like that late 70s, early 80s sort of rock. It's amazing. Streetlight and Awake. Okay.
Very good.
Yeah. Number 8.
Okay. Number 8. I'm in the US as well now. There's a band called Helm's Deep. And the name of the track is Sorcery. And the album is Treacherous Ways. This is their first album, but I believe they have a new one out this year as well. This reminds me of early Maiden, another really good gallop to this one. Or another, the name of the song is Sorcery, so it's got that kind of, as you mentioned, we're sorcerer. It's got kind of that, devilly kind of folk.
Well, Helm's Deep is Lord of the Rings, isn't it? Is it?
Yes.
Oh, is that where the name is from?
I think so, yes. Like Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Makes sense. They remind me of early Maiden or Candlemass.
Nice.
When you know how Candlemass kind of pick up the pace sometimes. They're not always just doomy Sabbath. Sometimes they are a bit. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But very good. Very, catchy metal. But yeah, heavy and dark.
Nice.
But good. Yeah, Helm's Deep. The second one I think that came out this year, I think it's getting some good notices. So maybe they're on their way to bigger things.
Well, I haven't heard it, so I'll have to give that a listen, especially as it's this year. Another one this year. That's good. Thanks, mate. That's appreciated. Jam.
Okay, number 8, I'm going to Germany for some German electronicore, apparently, which is a band called Electric Callboy. And they are
sort of the name.
Yeah, they're very sort of Euro, like the Euro pop you get with the fast-paced beats and all that, but with some guitars as well. And obviously it's like, they're not a joke band, but obviously they've got humour with them, so they're the thing. And anyway, the song is called Techno Train. There's a very funny video you've got to watch of Techno Train, but I mean, yeah, they're just one of them bands who you see live. Not that I have seen them, but they were supposed to play it download and I wasn't there, or it got cancelled or something. Anyway, I didn't see them, but apparently they're absolutely brilliant live. But yeah, as you can imagine, they're sort of very upbeat, jumping around, and yeah, but with guitars rather than just being Europop, if you like. But yeah, Electric Callboy, definitely worth checking out. They're quite funny, especially the video for Techno Train is quite funny as well. Worth checking out.
That's German, you say, as well. German.
They're German, yeah.
God. All right, okay. With guitars. All right.
With guitars, yeah.
Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight, right? Okay.
Yeah. No, they're quite heavy. I mean, some of the songs, they've got heaviness to them, but they've just got the Europop sort of beat to it, if you know what I mean.
To tell you the truth, there's been a couple of bands that Made of Stone, even though Made of Stone's very classic rock, there's been a couple of bands there like that, using that sort of stuff. But yeah, thanks, mate. Much appreciated. So the next one is from my album of the year.
Ooh. From
that year. And Jam, I think you've seen these live. I wish I could. I wish I'd seen live. But it's Spirit Adrift.
Oh yeah.
Saw on my download, I believe.
Yeah.
This is the title track from Ghost at the Gallows. I was actually going to bring I got the album. I should have brought it out. My vinyl, shouldn't I? I should have done a jam on you and just brought it all out, but I didn't. This is a closer So you can imagine this is like an epic band. It's the eighth track. It's the closer. It's 7 minutes and 54 seconds long. American metal band. I just love this band, man. You know, I know we talked about our favourite bands from each letter the other week, but I think, you know, I chose Scorpions as my S, but because of the, you know, longevity of Scorpions, I suppose.
Yes.
But if I wanted to play an S band right now, this would be the one. They're just amazing. This is not my favourite song on the album, but this is my favourite song on my list today. So that's how good they are.
Wow.
And the riff.
Not your favorite song off the album, but your favorite song from your list today.
Yes. So there's better songs on the album. Yeah. If you listen to this song, when the riff kicks in proper probably about the minute mark, you'll just be like, oh my fucking god, that is amazing. So yeah, Love Spirit Adrift, Ghost of the Gallows is my track 8.
Good.
Very
good. I've hyped them up enough. Have I fucking hyped them up enough there?
Yep, yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Right, track 9.
Number 9 for me, a Greek band. This is Selamite. And the album is Survival of the Fittest. This track is Already Dead. This is their 3rd album. This track is one of those ballads that's not a ballad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's slower paced, but it's more epic. I mean, thematically, it's not unlike, say, Children of the Sea. You know, would you call Children of the Sea a ballad? I don't think so.
Oh,
because it talks too much.
I suppose it's one of those, like, maybe a ballad for Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
because they're heavy, I suppose. Yeah,
but look out! That's not really your.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Your ballad material. Yeah. I guess maybe some of it has to do with the theme as well. You know, if it's not talking about love, then it's probably not a ballad in my eyes. But anyway, this is very good. As I said, it's comparable to Dio era Sabbath. I'm not saying it's as amazing as them, but definitely kind of in that vein. Good band, you know, 3rd album. I think they might have something out this year as well.
And you know what, man? I was thinking, right, because there's 2 bands out called Thelamite, right?
Really?
Yeah, there's 2 bands. It's just fucking weird. One of them, last album has got like almost, it looks like a Priest album with like a big cartoon sort of tiger thing or something on the front.
Okay.
And the new album this year, which is Thelamite, which I fucking love, it might be the same band that you're talking about. And they almost remind me of Sabotage. That's what they remind me of, the singer. It's got a lot of Sabotage, John Oliver voice.
It probably is the same band, but we'll have to wait and see.
The album this year is amazing if you haven't heard it.
Good.
It's really good. So yeah.
I haven't heard the newer one yet, no.
Yeah, you'll love it. Yeah, it's good.
Cool.
Very vampire. Like vampire on the cover. It's really good. Cool.
Oh, right. Okay. Well,
if it's the same band. If it's the same band, yeah, great choice.
It sounds like it to me.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Cool. Okay, Jam, what you got, mate?
Okay, so I'm going to start with a possible apology. I can't remember what I said, whether I said I had 7 English bands or 7 British bands, because Phil Campbell, of course, is Welsh, and this next band is Welsh as well, which is Those Damn Crows. So apologies if I did say English, I meant British, but there we go. So Those Damn Crows from the Inhale Exhale album. And I've gone with Find a Way, which is obviously track 9. It's once again, it's probably actually on a similar lines. Is it a ballad? It's probably a softer song, isn't it? Possibly than some of the well, I don't know, softer, but it's I don't know. It's more of a not the heaviest song on the album. Let's put it that way. But it's a great album. It's probably my favourite album. I think I prefer it to this year's album. I know you like this year's album, don't you? But I think Inhale Exhale is probably my favourite one. And once again, what brilliant live band! He's absolutely. I mean, the singer's he's just great. He's a great front man, and they're a great live band. If you ever get a chance to see Those Damn Crows, get yourself to see a show of theirs, and you won't be disappointed. And as we're both going to see them later this year, I think different venues, but we are both going, so it should be good.
Seen them twice. going to see them a third time. That's my favourite Those Damn Crows track as well. That's
okay, cool. That's good.
yeah, love that song. Absolutely amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some. I think there's some like competition on the new album, but I think that is my favourite song.
It's not my favourite song on that album, I don't think, but it's a good song.
Love it. Absolutely brilliant band, as you say. And I think you did say British. I know you can't call Welsh people British, English, and I know the other way around. So I can understand what the apology was about. But even though we should all unite into one, shouldn't we?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm English. I don't want to be called British necessarily. I'm English, and they're Welsh. That's fine.
I do. I'm British now. I've changed.
Okay.
Anyway, enough of that. Okay, so my track 9 is from a brilliant American metal band. This is their debut album. They've got a new album coming out this year, which is my album of the year for this year so far. And it's the band Wings of Steel.
Mm.
And it's the song Gates of Twilight, self-titled debut album. This is. So these are like a mixture of Queensryche, Crimson Glory.
Ooh.
The singer sounds like a cross between Jeff Tate and Tony Harnell. The guitarist is one of the best guitarists in the world. This is like proper taking you back to when guitar heroes, vocal heroes were, the thing. This particular track probably could have come off Crimson Glory's debut album, maybe. Just, what an amazing band they were. A metal masterpiece, I would say this is. And the album is absolutely amazing. The only thing I say with this album, even though I love it, it's just brilliant, but they've got a bit of a bluesy side on this album. For the new album, they've sort of dropped that a bit and gone more into the metal and hard rock. So obviously that appeals to me even more. So one of the most exciting bands around at the moment. I think they're really gaining traction as well and starting to support bigger bands. And it's really cool to see the start of a band like that and growing a little bit, even in this day and age, But if you love a fucking singer that can just sing anything, and you love a guitarist that's just like a guitar hero, they look the part as well. They're very cool. So Wings of Steel, Gates of Twilight. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Good. It's hard to believe there isn't a band. There isn't a band
Cool.
called Wings of Steel. In all the history of metal, do you think there would be Wings of Steel?
I fucking totally agree with you there. There's got to be there probably was a band that just never made it enough to know or something.
Yeah, maybe like a local band or something. But yeah, good for them for grabbing it. So it definitely puts you to mind of what they are. You know what I mean? Okay, so speaking of names, this is a terrible name, but a good band. I've got all their albums, and I do enjoy them, but man, this is John Diva and the Rockets of Love. They are German. This is their third album. The name of the album is The Big Easy, and the name of the song is The Limit Is the Sky. Now, if they were just called Rockets of Love, that would be much better. It's the John Diva part that's just ridiculous. But I didn't listen to them at first because I just assumed they were kind of like a Steel Panther-ish kind of thing, because they kind of give off that vibe. But they're not any more than Wigwam or Nestor or whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, they do dress that kind of retro-y thing, but it's not a joke. I would say I would compare them to maybe Taiketo or Danger Danger or like good Bon Jovi, that kind of thing. So it's not on the really super heavy side or even the sleaze side. It's more that kind of polished hard rock, American hard rock. But yeah, they're on SPV Steelhammer. I've never watched anything on YouTube. I've got a feeling, I don't know why, I've got a feeling it might turn me off. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're fine, but I would just rather listen to the tunes and really appreciate them just on the music alone. But yeah, quite a good band.
Very cool. Do you know what's a bit disappointing sometimes? You're right. It's totally cool to not watch, because sometimes you listen to a band sometimes And I know this sounds terrible because we're all old, aren't we?
Mm.
Ish.
Yeah, old. Yeah, we're
Oldish.
old.
Well, I'm getting on a bit, and we're getting on a bit. But sometimes when you listen to a band, it's really exciting, and you watch a video, and it's a 60-year-old bloke singing.
And
you know,
it's shot on like an Apple phone or something. Yeah.
yeah. One of them's in the kitchen playing the guitar. You think, fucking ruined it for me, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've completely reverted to pre-MTV in my listening.
Yeah.
I never watch videos.
No.
I know that you do all the time, Lee, because that's what you do on your on the reviews and stuff. But yeah, I'd rather just let the music do the talking.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, sometimes I think I should react to actual, the videos if there is one, because it's the right thing to do. But sometimes when it's just an audio with a front cover or something, I'm relieved. I think, I don't have to watch these 65-year-old blokes. You know.
Yeah. I understand what
you're so ageist on this channel, even though we're ageist, don't we?
But music is ageless, though. So
it is.
It definitely is, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers for that. Jan, what you got for your number 10, mate?
Okay. Well, it's probably the most famous band we're going to talk about today. I'm going with Metallica from 72 Seasons, and it's Too Far Gone. I'm not going to pretend it's my favourite Metallica song ever written, but it gets to a point where you got to pick a track for number 10, and this is the best one of the lot, if you know what I mean. So, I don't mind mixing
highly recommended.
Yeah. So, I think the album's good. The album's good. It's too long, and some of the songs are too long. They don't need to be that long, but yeah, I think it seems to be sport to slag off Metallica, and I don't think that's really necessary. Really, they're still brilliant live, and yeah, there's worse albums out there. Put it that way, I'd say.
I think it's a weird one because high expectations from Metallica. From Master of Puppets and Justice for All and Ride the Lightning. I think we know. I'd like to say we know they'd never get back to it, but some bands actually have done that, haven't they? They've actually captured what they can do.
Yeah.
I think that I'm not saying they don't try. They just need someone to kick their ass in the studio and say, look, we don't need to that needs to be 5 minutes, not fucking 7.5 minutes. That needs to stop, and maybe I think the guitar, I was thinking about this the other day, the guitar, it sounds almost like it ain't got enough metal on it these days. It's a bit like, but I still actually think they are better than they was.
Yeah,
and definitely in a period of their career, they're better now than they was, for sure.
Judas Priest are a classic. You can get back to it if you try. The last two Judas Priest albums.
You can. And they've got a bit of a Maiden problem, haven't they, Metallica, with the editing of the songs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you can't tell
them. The album cover's terrible as well.
You can't tell them because they know better than anyone else. So you can't fucking say anything. But no, the album cover ain't great, was it? Yeah, very yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Cheers for that. Metallica, fucking hell. Yeah, good. Okay, so my number 10 is a proper mellow track, bit of a ballad. The first ballad, I think, on this. I'm not sure. This is a guy called Michael Caton, and he's a British / Danish rock singer songwriter. The album is called Point of No Return. It's his debut album. It's just such a cool album, man. It's such a cool song. The whole album's very fun, catchy, rocking, and this closing track is like a piano ballad that sort of builds. Beautiful song. Vocals are just amazing by this guy. Really soulful voice. Beautifully written song, and it's a great closer. I think it's the closer of the album. So track 10. Sometimes you want to close on one of those, don't you? Or something a bit epic, but a nice ballad to close on. A great song. Michael Caton. Check him out. Great musician.
Cool.
Okay. Track 11. What you got, Dom?
That certainly sounds like a closer, the way you described it. So makes sense. Okay. Go on to Japan now.
Oh.
This is a band that's been around forever. This is Anthem. The album is Crimson and Jet Black, and the song is Danger Flight. It's their 20th album. 20th album.
20th album.
And this is just great. It's just classic, pedal to the metal, I love this song. A great riff. Just, fantastic rock and roll, kind of a freewheel burning kind of feel to it. I think, I think people who are lazier than us would classify this as power metal. Just because it's like classic metal, that's just the thing to do now.
Yeah.
But again, it doesn't do those kind of funny double bass and soaring, whatever. It's great. They don't sound like they've been around for 20 albums. They sound fresh on this, and production's great on it. So yeah, Anthem, Crimson and Jet Black's the album.
I think they're a bit like Loudness, and they've done a lot of those sort of like, and they've done like in their own language as well, a few albums, and then some in British.
Yes, they have. English. Yeah, Graham Bonnet actually sang for them for a little while. But they've had this singer who is Japanese. They've had him for quite a while now, so they've kind of solidified the lineup.
Very cool. Yeah, it's got some great reviews as well, that album. Very cool. Thanks, mate. Jan, what you got from the number 11?
Okay, I am going actually English and also British for my last two bands. I'm going to, I think they're from Yorkshire, actually. I'm not sure. But anyway, Black Spiders, who...
Oh, yeah.
They sort of...
I went to their farewell tour.
Yeah, they split up, and I think they stopped in about 2013, and then they came back again. This is the second album, I believe, after they reformed. It's called Can't Die, Won't Die. It might be the first album. One of the two. I can't remember if it's the first or second since they reformed. The song is called A Rat is a Rat, and it's just, they're just a sort of rock metal band, fast energy, probably a bit like Phil Campbell and Bastard Sons, actually, that sort of thing. That Kiss song they do is great. Kiss Tried to Kill Me. That's a brilliant song from one of their earlier albums. But they're very good live. I've seen them a few times. You might have seen them, maybe at Maidstone. Were they playing? I'm not sure.
I think they were there, but I'm not sure if I call them or not. But yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
And Wyatt from Planet Rock, the DJ, is the drummer for them as well. So it's quite interesting. And I'm going to see him in. I think they've got a new album out this year. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm going to see him either early next year or later in this year. Can't remember, but yeah, very good live. Just sort of rock metal band. Song is A Rat is a Rat, which is sort of 2-minute blast through rock and roll Motorhead type song. There you go.
Cool. Can't die, won't die. That's like we're back again. So we're doing the next one. I'll be like, you thought we were gone, but we're back.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. I think we've been in a band. It's like one of those things you must miss so much when you're not in a fucking band. It's like we've got to do it. You've got to carry on. No, very cool. Mine next one is a British band that I've seen twice now. Or 3 times, and it's the band I spoke about earlier that supported Dust Coda. Doomsday Outlaw. The album's called Damaged Goods. I think this is the 4th album from them. I think Dom, you follow their bass player or the guitarist online.
He has some good posts.
But a fucking great band, man. Really cool. They're sort of like a mix between like classic Aerosmith, I suppose, and a bit of Skinner as well. They're sort of, they don't sound like they're British, I suppose you could say. Almost this song, which is called Walking the Line, it almost has like at the beginning, especially almost like a gospel feel to it. Then it's a rocking track. I actually thought this was a cover when I first heard it. I thought that sounds so classic. I thought that sounds like like it must be. It must have been a years back, must have been a hit, and I looked into it. It's their song. I'm like, fucking hell! It just sounds. It's one of them songs that's written for the test of time. It's just like a classic sounding song. These are a brilliant band live as well, and I also scored some points when I went to see him when the singer, because I talked to him and he Sarah, my lovely wife Sarah, was there, and he dedicated a song to her.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh!" And I was like, very, very cool band. Love them, man. Doomsday Outlaw, amazing band. Walking the Line from Damaged Goods. We haven't had any matches yet. I'm hoping we get one on track 12. Right, what you got then, Dom? Come on,
Not
don't
from
let
me.
me down. We could have a match.
I doubt it.
Oh,
But
fuck.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I know you know who this band is. Okay, so I'm going to Sweden once again to close out. This is Degreed.
Mm, great band.
Degreed, who have been doing it for a little while now. This is their 7th album, Degreed. The name of the track is Pressure, and the name of the album is Public Address.
Yeah.
Now, this starts out soft. You think it's just going to be a straight up ballad, but then by the time it hits the chorus, then they pick up the pace, and then right after the chorus, leading into the next verse, man, a massive big riff. Very good stuff. I've got a lot of their material. I don't think I've had all 7, but they have been very consistent.
Yeah.
They're kind of in the lines of Vega and a few other bands who are very prolific. But the quality hasn't really gone down. If anything, they've every album has been maybe a little bit better. So I'm glad they're hanging in there. 7 albums, and they're not a household name, but they must be doing something right. They must be able to survive and keep writing.
What I really like about them, Dom, is they've got a bit of modern touch to them as well. They're not just like, it ain't just about like putting the nostalgia in. This is 80s. They're very modern sounding as well, which I like. I like that. So yeah, they're a very cool band. Cheers, mate. And that's an excellent list as normal. And like at least half of them I don't know, so that's even better. So that's very cool. Thanks, mate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I stumped the DJ.
Excellent list, mate. What you got then, Jam?
Okay, I've got, as I mentioned before, another English band, and probably the biggest band at the moment on the planet, metal-wise. That's Sleep Token. Obviously, you love them or hate them. Mostly hate you guys, but the album is Take Me Back to Eden, which is where I first heard them, actually, to be fair. And I could have picked any song, well, a lot of songs off this. There's someone in Chokehold's an amazing song. The title track's amazing, but the last track is called Euclid, which is a bit of a ballad, actually, a piano start to it. But yeah, I really like Sleep Token, but they're not for everybody. I can understand that, but
no need to apologize.
No, I'm not apologising, but I'm just saying that I can understand why people don't like them. But once you actually listen to them, I don't know how you can't like them personally. But there you go. You've got to have a bit of patience.
Was it you the other day that messaged me, Dom, that you listened to? Or was it someone else?
Now, you know, that might have been a private conversation between the two of us.
Well, it was. Yes, it was.
I listened. I did. I finally checked them out. I downloaded the new album.
Oh.
And I got to about track 3 or 4, and he started rapping, and I'm like, I'm out.
Oh, well.
Sorry. I wasn't going to mention it, but Lee had to open his big mouth.
Well, sorry about that, yeah.
I was just going to sit here and nod politely as I normally do.
I had a very similar thing with him as well. There's like little bits I like. What I can't understand about, and they're saying about Sleep Token, just it's saying about them, which I can understand why people like them, because there's so much variation in the music as well. I mean, if you want something that's like, you know, give you different between tracks, that you know, because sometimes to tell you the truth, the opposite of that is fucking terrible. Where if you listen to track 1 to track 12, it's like listening to the same fucking song. That's worse. Sure. But what makes me funny about bands like, it's almost a bit like Tool, and I don't mean to put them in the same bracket as Tool. It's almost like, you know, because you hardly get any heaviness sometimes. When the heaviness comes in, it's like people lose their fucking mind. Like, did you hear how heavy that is? Yeah. No, it's just because it's so mellow, and then a fucking riff pops in. And it's like, fuck. It's just a bit weird. I think that's
because it's been 7 minutes of silence.
Yeah, maybe. But they get pick it up from it. One thing, they're British. One thing, they're headlining fucking Download already, so they're doing something right, aren't they? Fucking hell.
It's just like, if you're a big fan of like 80s metal and rock, that's your main thing. You're not gonna like it. I can understand that. I love all that stuff, but I love lots of different stuff. I love my rap metal, I like my new metal. I don't mind all of it. So for me, it's you know, it's quite easy to get into them. But if you just like one type, which is fine, then yeah, you're not going to be, you know, if you're a Motley Crue fan and that's all you listen to, you're not going to like Sleep Token. It's just simple as that.
Mind you, new Motley Crue.
Well, yeah, probably a bad example, wasn't it? But
yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, we like what we like, mate, don't we? And that's the end
exactly.
You can't say they don't do something different.
Yeah, it's a bit different. Yeah, I mean, I think they've sort of almost fallen into their own trope though now that every song has to have the mellow bit and then a heavier bit. You know what I mean? It's the only thing I say. Where can they go forward? We'll see on the next album, but they're good.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Much appreciated as usual.
Thank you very much.
A really varied list, fucking some really varied stuff on there. So thanks for that, mate. I was hoping Dom would choose this, but I was thinking about it now because we know Dom likes to be different. and choose bands that none of us have ever heard of ever, and always choose.
Well, that's not true. Just bands that not just you guys, but you know, don't get mentioned.
Do you think Dom's ever chosen a band twice and all killer? I'm going to have to go back through the fucking 40 odd episodes and have a look. But I know he's chosen this band, so it was a bit of an obvious one that he weren't going to do again before. So track 12. This is my favourite song on the album, and it's a brilliant winger.
So, lovely song. Yeah, great song.
It all comes back around. Is the song from the album Seven, and it does fly by this song, but it's 7.5 minutes long because there's so much to it. There's so much to it. So it's like a classic. At times, it's like a classic epic 80s ballad. At times, you know, on some of the parts. But then it's even got Kip Winger does this sort of like bit at the beginning, this really emotional bit of singing. It's almost like got an alter bridge feel to it as well. It's really fucking amazing. But then, like I said, them 80s touches to it as well. 2 amazing solos by Red Beach, especially the second one. Is just
what a player.
Almost jaw-dropping solo on this as well. Just epic ballad that sort of gets really heavy in places, and
it's got very epic. Nice
it was a single as well, which was a nice surprise because it was like, you know, I know the first one came out and it was like a 3.5-4 minute song, and then they brought this out and I was like, man, it's a bit different these days with singles. Bands like to show you what they're all about now. It's not like they try to get a 4-minute song on the radio now, is it? Like they just realise
they don't have they don't do that for radio. Yeah,
but that is for me the best song on the album because it's so fucking cool. So fucking cool that is. I think you'd love that.
I'm glad you picked that.
Yeah.
I guess is that their last ever song? Because are they not retiring?
I did hear that they're retiring. I don't know if it's just live or studio. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, that's a good one to end on then. If it's that good.
Yeah. Winger, the end. What is it? The beginning of the end, or whatever it is. It's a Spinal Tap film, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you seen it yet?
No. I don't want to see it, Deidre. That's it. Amazing stuff. I'm sure.
Great, Leslie.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
Great, Leslie. Yeah, always.
Thank you very much. I know that Don won't want to do any honourable mentions because he doesn't like to do that on here. Have you got anything, mate?
I didn't really note anything down. Just the only thing I thought was I like the Extreme album 6, and I'm surprised I didn't get anything on from that. But that was it, I think.
I've got some which I'll just rattle off if that's all right. I've got Temple Balls, Avalanche. Funny name for a band, but a good band. Defiance. How about the Defiance and Drive? Oh,
yes, great album.
Probably my favourite album from the Defiance. And then we've got Cry, Weightless Free, which is cool. There's another. I think they're Swedish. Great band. Seventh Crystal. I
love them.
I mean, I have mentioned them before. I go on and on about them. That was my second favourite album of the year. Was Wonderland. Jelusic, Follow the Blind Man.
My favourite rock album of that year. Yes.
Yeah. Care of Night, Reconnected. I know Dom likes that. I believe Care of Night. Midnight City, In at the Deep End. British band, like glam rock band.
Yeah.
Primal Fear, Code Red. Robin McCauley's album was good that year. Wigwam's album was good, Out of the Dark. Tigers of Pantang. Bloodline. And then Demons Down, which is the album I Stand. That was
in my top 5. Yeah.
Then you had the Christian metal band Theocracy with Mosaic, and Narnia with Ghost Town, another Christian metal band. Last in Line with all the guys. Jericho, that was great. Evil, The Unknown. I thought you might like that, Jam. You like?
Yeah, thrash band, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. Odd Crew, Dark Matters Part 2.
Wow.
Bulgarian metal band. What else have I got? Rosario. Excellent band. Stardust, another brilliant band. Hell's Addiction, British band, amazing band. That's about it.
Just a few there.
Yeah, sorry. Some of them I really want to mention. Of course,
that's right.
Those Damn Crows also, which I actually forgot about them for some fucking reason. So they're a great band. Love them. So that's it. That's my list.
Cool.
So it's good to be back. It's good to be back, boys. I absolutely loved the All Killer.
It's going to be another year before we do 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can do 2024 quite quickly, but we don't really want to do it that quick. But
no.
So anyone wants to join in? I know a load of people always do join in on this. So it's really cool to hear your list. Remember, stick to the rules. Don't be twats and put like any your favourite songs from 1 to 12. That ain't the way it fucking works.
No.
No.
Jam's rules are Jam's rules. Track listing. No repeats. The same year. Got it? Good. All right. Good.
Get it? Got it?
If you haven't got it, you've got 45 shows to watch or whatever we've done so far.
True.
40.
You'll get it eventually.
43.
Yeah. Guys, it was amazing again. To tell you the truth, I've been looking forward to doing this again. I love this show. So I'm ready for. Well, I ain't ready for 2024. Jam probably is.
I haven't looked at it, to be fair. I haven't looked at it.
Oh, right, okay. The 2024 is amazing, I think, and this year's good already. So there you go. All right, guys. Until next time. Yeah, ready? Here we go.
Very good.